Hey, it's DC All Access, and we are shooting this episode at midnight to commemorate the launch of the new supernatural horror series, Gotham by Midnight.
And we are talking to the cast of Fox's Gotham and getting a look ahead at the upcoming issue of Justice League United.
Yeah, so you guys should subscribe to DC All Access so you don't miss that or any of the other cool things happening in the world of DC 24/7.
What was that, Blair?
That was producer Michael Leffler making a wolf sound.
No. That sounded like a real wolf. I don't think that was him.
It did, didn't it? You go that way, I go this way.
Brought to you by Gotham on Fox.
Hey guys, I'm here at the TCAs and I'm going to chat with the cast of Gotham. So obviously Batman has a huge following. Does that put more or less pressure on you for a project like this?
That's not pressure, it's exciting. We create things to share them.
Of course, but at the same time it's exciting and wow, how great that, all the heavy lifting's been done. We just have to step into it.
The question is, are people interested in how we got to Batman?
For right now, it's much more a question of can we get people to come and experience the world that may deem a vigilante necessary.
Everyone's pretty used to seeing the Riddler as a bad guy, but how is it for you playing him as a good guy?
He's sweet, he's great. He's so smart, he's brilliant. He has no intention but to use his brilliance in a positive way, for good.
This is actually Detective Bullock's first live action appearance, so what does it feel like for you to bring him to life?
Better, in a way, than having to contend with some other, and I would have just done my way, but Harvey Bullock's great. It's licensed to have a lot of color and kind of be big and a little bit larger than life.
Have you been pulling any inspiration from the comics?
Oh, certainly. The comics are my Bibles.
There's something that's so beautiful about comics where these people kind of literally put on almost these theatrical masks, both good and bad. So there's a heightened theatrical element to this story that gives us license that's not just Law & Order SVU Gotham style.
All right, so when you talk about Batman, it's really hard not to think about the Joker. Do you guys have a plan for him in the future?
We do have an approach for the Joker. We have to keep our approach very close to our collective chest because the Joker is, to a degree, the crown jewel of the Batman villains.
We're lucky in that television now is binge watched by a lot of people, and the slow burn is now necessary. The great thing about the slow burn now is we can take our time getting there and really draw people in, and earn the right to discover somebody who may or may not be the Joker.
Okay, so what can you tell us about Gotham by Midnight? I've heard that this one's going to be a little bit more of a horror bat book.
Yeah, Gotham by Midnight's going to be the scariest book in Gotham. It's the book about the stuff that Batman needs help to handle, the ghosts and monsters. The city's under a curse, and Batman's not able to handle those guys. So this is the book about the other characters that Batman hands this stuff to. There are some police who have dealt with hauntings and monsters and vampires and whatnot. And actually their star detective is Jim Corrigan, who's known as the Spectre. Not to the police, not to anyone else, but Batman knows. And these guys are the ones who get down into the dirty stuff and down into the haunted places, and they're the ones who handle the monsters.
So tell me a bit about the artist that you're working on Gotham by Midnight.
Okay, I am mind blown, first of all. Okay, I'm wickedly excited about this. Ben Templesmith is drawing Gotham by Midnight, and his art is so perfect for this, so unbelievable. Every page has this like hellish energy on it. It's fantastic.
So you're creating these stories for Batman, for John Constantine. Do you do anything to get yourself in the headspace for each character?
I do, actually.
What?
I kind of like some secret things. I used to play a lot of cards.
Okay.
When I'm writing Corrigan and preparing for stuff with Corrigan, I shuffle decks a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not going to say what I do to prepare to get into the Constantine mindset because I don't know if I should.
Uh-oh. Wait, I feel okay. Tell me. Whisper to me.
I can't say it. I can't say it.
Oh, come on.
Jeff, Justice League United #4 is kind of the big climax to the first arc. So what can people expect from this particular issue?
It's the culmination of the Ron story that I've been doing with Adam Strange and Ultra, the multi-alien character. And it also sort of finally reveals or establishes the origin of the new character that I created, Equinox. So it sort of brings everything together, and the team becomes a team, basically. You know, officially they've just been sort of this group of heroes that were kind of brought together by circumstance. So it's more of them actively deciding to stay together and what they're going to stand for and what they're going to try to accomplish.
And let's talk about two characters that are very close to you, obviously, with Green Arrow and Animal Man. You've written both in the past. Yeah. They make such fascinating rivals. Tell me about them.
Bringing them together, I just had a blast. Like, initially they just hate each other, but clearly love each other. You'll see in issue 4, they kind of drop the shtick for a while, and they have like a real moment where Green Arrow sort of addresses that he's been through a lot and lost his son, and they kind of connect on a more personal level, and it's, I think, a really nice moment. You know, you kind of peel back the humor a bit, but then they continue bashing each other after that.
And let's talk about the fact that at some point the League's actually going to meet up with the Legion in the annual as well.
The Legion's, you know, it's like my favorite DC property. As a kid, it was Keith Giffen's Legion was the thing that got me into comics, and I love that whole world. So there's 30 superheroes in the Legion, superheroes plus 7 or 8 that I have in the Justice League, so it's a huge cast, and I built a really big sprawling space story for them. And then you have characters like Equinox, who's so new to the superhero community, and obviously she's in space with like these aliens, and it's going to be really fun for her.
And then just very quickly, talk to me about your relationship with Mike, the artist, like how you guys work together and what this process has been like for the both of you.
Yeah, Mike was great. You know, he did the first arc, and we're going to move on to a new artist with the Legion storyline, Neil Edwards, who's great. But yeah, Mike was fantastic. You know, I put so much of myself personally into creating Equinox in particular, and traveling to northern Canada, researching the town, and Mike was so great about me giving him that reference and sort of making it authentic, and he really saw what I wanted to do with that character and not exploit the native community, but create something they can be proud of, and Mike was a big part of that as well.
Be sure to subscribe to DC All Access to keep up with the best of DC every day.
That's right. See you next time.
It sounds like those wolves are getting closer. I'm out of here.
If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out reading some Scott Snyder. Bring it, wolves.